course, the current English Open champion, Mark Selby, who gets this first frame underway with a pretty good break-off shot. I think he's covered the reds down the left side of the table. And up against Liam HIGHFIELD, left-hander. No way he could get back to the safety area. That was all he could do there. He's got a tall order this evening against the former world #1. Although having said that, Ken, he's managed to beat Mark on a couple of occasions.
Yeah, he's had some good results in his career. Of course, he's been battling the Crohn's disease as well, which hasn't sort of helped Liam HIGHFIELD. But certainly on his day, you know, he's turned over a few top seeds in his career and can be a handful for anybody. But he's got to have to play his best, as you said. He's going to try and knock out the former UK champion. So he'll be coming into a bit of form himself. Won the English Open there recently. Played him up in actually in Belfast in Northern Ireland in the Northern Ireland Open, and looking as good as I've seen him play for quite a while. Maybe that, you know, you've had a sort of these type of players, Dennis, they're so used to winning and winning tournaments regularly, and when they go through a bit of a lame patch that Mark Selby has, he probably needed a win, and that English Open may have just sort of got his confidence back a little bit.
And straight away this frame turning into a little bit of an awkward one with a couple of reds up the other end of the table. Yeah, just going back to Mark Selby there. I mean, when you lose a bit of confidence this game, it's amazing how long it takes to get it back again. I mean, this is a player that was world ranked #1 for, was it 4 seasons? Going into 5 seasons, I think. Ken?
Yeah. I mean, when he came back against Ronnie O'Sullivan in that World Championship finally, he almost seemed invincible. But he struggled with his confidence, there's no doubt about it. He's had been up and down. But on his day, I think, you know, playing him, one of the best match players I think I've ever played. Dennis, his knowledge of the angles and his safety game, it's up there with the likes of John Higgins and Steve Davis. That's what makes him so tough to beat. Even when he's not at his best, he can still scrap frames.
Well, he's looking at that red into the middle pocket, but it looks like a natural in-off into the corner. If he was to try and cut that in, the white would go dangerously close to the corner. He's back looking at it again. He'll know whether he can hit this thin enough and avoid the in-off. No, he didn't even attempt the pot because the in-off was on, but the white may be in. No.
Almost crept in behind that yellow. There's a possible pot into this bottom right-hand corner pocket, but he's got a very simple safety shot, but he's looking at the pot. There is a gap he can find. Lovely pot.
Whoa.
Wants to be away from this side cushion. In fact, he's covered himself on all the ball colours there. He's got himself in a little bit of trouble here. Okay, you can play off the ball cushion and try and roll up into the green. He's got to judge it.
Green ball.
No,
Nice
excellent
lovely
shot. Lovely touch.
It's a possible chance for Liam here. Red into the right corner, and he had a quick glance to see if the pink would go in the same pocket, but I don't think it does. It looks to be a red blocking that path. So, and yeah, that's very tight. So that's out of the question. Just a safety here. He's pushed the red towards the corner. I think the blue might come to his rescue here. And it has, as you can see. He's got to play this in such a way, if he takes the pot on, he'll have to get it unless he covers that red that's over the right corner. Didn't even attempt the pot, just made sure that he got cover with the blue again. Yeah, I would go along with you, Ken. I think this is one of the best tactical players the game's ever seen, without a shadow of a doubt, and that's why he remained at #1 for something like 4 seasons.
Yeah, just hard when you're playing a guy, his tactical game is so good that you got to be on form. You got to beat him in every department. It's very, very difficult. Tried to play a little plant there, Liam HIGHFIELD. Hasn't left the red to the bottom right-hand corner pocket. There is a red to the left-hand corner pocket, but it's no good to him. I don't think you can pot that and screw back for the black into the same pocket, so might be looking at another safety shot here.
Yeah, he's being ultra careful because he could possibly take that red on into the left corner and get onto the pink for the middle pocket, but there's a slight angle on that red, but he doesn't seem to want to know about that one. He's making sure that he keeps things tight. I'm sure he could have found something better than that. He's handed the initiative to Liam here in the tactical exchange. Got to catch these right because the red's so close to the cushion. Needs a thin snick on this one. And that is thin enough. Blocked all the avenues of escaping down the left side of the table, but there is a path back down the right side for Liam here. This red to the right of the pink off that, and the white will finish somewhere near the green. That's what he'll be hoping for. And not at that pace. That's a poor shot. Left to red, but just keep an eye on the cue ball. It's all about the white here. Natural path would take him into the 3 reds behind the pink. That's plain ball. If he stuns it, he'll have to find the gap. So not guaranteed to get nicely onto a colour here.
We just had a quick look at the black in the same pocket. He's got to pot the red for us, but maybe the black didn't pot.
Messy table, isn't it, for the opening frame? Not a bit of a chance here. Liam knows that Mark can have a go at this and avoid canning into that red. It's just the left side of the two reds there.
Whoa.
You could do with a nice flick on the brown here. That's not the nicest of flicks. So just in behind the brown.
Yeah, had a look at the blue, went to the right centre, but I think it might have been a little bit too straight.
And straight away from this position, you're looking at the two reds that are near the cushion there to the right of the black and reds, but I can't see a path through to that. So it's the two cushion escape and hopefully flick the red and get back to the safety area. Oh, I played that well. That's a little beauty there. He can just get past the pink to come down the table, but great shot from Liam there, great escape. But there's enough room to pass the pink and hopefully develop the black here and get a good safety. There you see it.
Whoa.
Yeah, nice opening pot and nicely controlled off the left-hand side cushion. Pink to the right centre, the bottom red of the three reds below the pink spot, I think is potable. Oh, got into the cue ball too much there.
7. Liam Highfield, 7.
So both players haven't really settled so far. Bit scrappy this opening frame.
Foul. And a miss. Liam Highfield, 4. Back, yeah.
Rob Spencer there, just making sure that the white's back in the same position.
Foul and a miss. Liam
It's worth
Highfield,
giving
4.
these points away to make sure he gets it right.
Yeah, He's got to be careful now, Dennis. He's going to get warned, isn't he? Because he can see a full ball on, so he can't play that shot now this next time. Because if he misses it, he'll lose the frame.
Were you involved in the first, when that rule came out, were you playing Steve Davis?
I was, yeah, in Goffs.
Yeah. Did he miss three?
He missed the red 3 times, and it was in the final frame, believe it or not. So not only costing the frame, costing the match as well.
You must have been devastated.
I was absolutely devastated, yeah. Not a nice way to win a match.
After calling this as a result of this stroke, award the frame to your opponent.
There you go. There's the little warning from Rob Spencer.
He's going to play it again by the looks of it. No, surely not.
He's going to be very careful. He doesn't miss cue here.
Already been going over 16 minutes and still, what, 4, 8, still 12 reds left. Was it Mark that was involved in the longest frame ever at the Crucible against Marco Fu?
78 minutes.
Oh, I remember that. Were you commentating?
No,
oh, no, it was
JV.
JV, yeah.
And I think they had the second longest frame in the history of the World Championships. It was a 68-minute frame. It was against Marco Fu in 2017. I think John was hoping to see a bit of racing that afternoon, wasn't he?
I remember that, yeah. He said he was going to be lucky to see match of the day. Or words to that effect.
Yeah, something like that. It's a pretty good shot from there.
Yeah, if either player could get a chance to play an attacking safety shot where they would open the reds and possibly free the black as well and get a good cue ball, might be able to do something like that from this position here. This might just free a few of them up. Well, maybe not. And that has put the yellow out of commission now. Green tight on the cushion. Not a lot to play behind with the safety shot. Mark gets the white back in a similar position, he could block the escape route down that left side of the table. Now there's a couple of chances here to get back down to the safety area. It's just one of those frames you can't do much about. They've just gone very awkward.
Just got to be careful here when he plays this. He's going to be watching a red doesn't go over the left-hand corner pocket. I'm certainly be happy with that. Possible pot to the left corner pocket, but I don't think he'll entertain that. Both players playing it very cagey in this opening frame.
Yeah, all they can do is try and get the white as close to the ball cushion as possible, because the only ball that they've any chance of getting behind is the brown, because where the blue's situated, it's not really in play to get behind.
Foul and a miss.
Might be worth having a look here. I'm surprised. There is one red there too from the pink that he could take into the right corner and play around with the yellow over the pocket. Thought he should have given that a little bit more thought there.
Yeah, that far across, yeah. Yeah, about that, yeah. We've not got the replay kit, Liam, so. Closer.
Yeah, there's usually a chalk mark if you cue
No,
along the cushion.
Yeah, Liam? Yeah, thank you.
Better missing it altogether the first time rather than hit it thick. Now that's put the brown into a better position now to try and get in behind. Here comes Satnav Selby as he judged it. Yeah, of course he has. Little smile to each other there. But I think he was going to lose that nickname, Satnav Selby, because of he took 6 minutes over a shot in the last tournament. One shot, so Stephen Hendry said he should be called 6 Minute Selby. I think that's a record, isn't it, for one shot, Ken?
I think so, yeah. I mean, Ronnie O'Sullivan made that wonderful 147 in 5 minutes 20 seconds, and Max Selby played one shot in over 6 minutes. Don't want to play too many of those.
And I think he was, there was still about 4 or 5 reds. He was something like 66 in front with 67 on the table, and he just couldn't figure out how to get them safe. Very unusual.
I think you might be playing this red up into the yellow pocket here. The yellow is making this pocket a lot bigger. It's anywhere on the left hand side. Should go in off the cushion. Has he hit it right? No. Wasn't far enough up the cushion.
Of course, with all this tactical player, both players, you know, have lost a little bit of rhythm. But if this goes in, it's a bit of a chance.
One.
3 reds in the open, and then 8 reds all tied up behind the black spot. One of those reds might just be available into the left corner.
Seven. William Highfield, 7.
Yeah, didn't quite get the cue through in a straight line there, just cued slightly across it. Should have made more from that chance, really.
One.
It's not a bad kiss there. Choice of brown or blue. It's all about getting on his next colour in such a way that he could pot the colour and get into the reds to develop something.
5.
Yeah, I think the angle he was looking at there, Dennis, and it would be perfect angle if you could get on the black here. Anyway, down the middle of the table. Maybe using the black with the rest, but it's certainly the shot.
6.
He'll have a nice angle on it, and it'll be pot the black and into those reds just below the black spot. But he's got to play this with a lot of pace. When you play with a lot of pace, and particularly when you're going into reds, don't take your eye off the pot. Make sure of the black. Now, how's his look? Has he left one? I think he has. It's not perfect, but
13.
he has a pot into this left-hand corner pocket. If it's dead straight, you'd be okay. But as you see, slight angle. Nice screw back and flick off the other red just beside it. Yeah, there's the little flick
40.
off the red. He's brought that into play. One more good pot here. No. Wow.
Mark Selby, 40.
I didn't think he was going to miss that one, Dennis.
Yeah, just dead weight. He was guaranteed to be on a red. But what a chance for Liam here. Yeah, a player always prefers to sort of punch a shot like that, but he had to just roll it because the white was near the cushion. And there's no problem getting on a colour here. Nice little gap there to get out onto the red. And those 2 reds for a left-hander are perfectly
8.
placed the left side of the table. So there's only the 2 reds behind the black that are safe. And what is he, 14 in front? He could be past the winning line in this opening frame if he gets the loose reds with high valued colours, which he's perfectly placed to get on.
9.
Very clever there. Played for choice of reds.
60.
One past the black, or these two, as I say, being a left-hander, they're perfectly placed for
70.
him. It would be a good frame for him to win, Ken, because when they got all tied up, you strongly fancied Mark Selby to win the tactical battle.
Yeah.
24. 25.
Probably, you know, coming into this match, obviously, Mark Selby a big favourite. But if he can start off well, get that first frame under the belt, just sort of settles your nerves and gives you a little bit of confidence. Just having a quick look at the score.
32.
But if you could put this red in the right centre, then the pink to follow. Oh.
33.
Just wiped its feet. This red on the left-hand side of the table won't be any problem for him because he is a left-hander. Just needs to drop this pink in. And he'll only need this red. There you see it, 45 ahead, 51
39.
remaining.
He'll be hoping to get another red because you know Mark Selby's not going to give up. You know, if he needs 3 or 4 snookers, he'll carry on. And I think this red just passes the other. It's tight. It's very tight. But yeah,
47.
that'll clearly get a bust through there. Wow. Maybe it's a bit tighter from where Liam's looking, but looks to be plenty of room. Yeah.
Just a single decker bus. Didn't play it.
Liam Highfield.
Well, Mark coming to the table, but barring snookers, it's a good start for Liam Highfield. He should be leading 1-0. At the moment, it's 3 snookers that's required. As I say, Mark will carry on. One of the best in the business at getting snookers. That's why I was surprised that Liam didn't just roll that red into the pocket. If you could pot this red and, you know, get on the black or pink. Look what the red is next to the brown, but he's not even thinking about taking the red up into the right corner. But I think it's worth having a go at this, because if he pots it and gets on pink or black, it'd be quite easy to get a snooker, but doesn't fancy it.
Mark Selby 1.
Well, I think he was going to concede there, but it's gentlemanly not to concede when your opponent's coming to the table.
Well,
Just gives Liam a chance to knock a few more balls in.
fine.
Doesn't
Liam
matter about
Highfield,
that.
5 in
This
the
time
first
Mark
round.
signals to the referee. It's been a tactical awkward